everybody. Welcome back for round two. This starting hand looks decent. It could get a little ugly if I don't draw into any more on-curve creatures, but I'll keep it. Also should be noted that my Molgraph Scavenger isn't going to turn on for a while. Drawing land is not a good way to start this, though. One more land and I can cast my Kessig Dire Swine when I get there, but I would have preferred to play that on turn one. But I can play it and my Scavenger on turn 3, so that's fine. That's unfortunate. I need to get my Hinterland Logger flipped if I'm going to attack in through that Scarecrow. I don't think this is really the time to not play my spells, though. Guess I'll get that equipped. Come to think of it, if I put it on the Scavenger, I could have just swung in to activate my mill, because he couldn't have killed it. Well, this is just getting crazy. I can't do anything. There's no reason to move that right now. Putting it on something else isn't going to do me any good. He's just going to start popping in with that Niblis. On the plus side, I can get my Dire Swine down. That's interesting. Maybe I don't play my Swine right now. Just save it. Try to get my Delirium activated. Okay. Let's do this. So at least I can block that 2/2 and kill it if it wants to swing in. I'd really like to oh, that might do it. Let's take these missionaries here, and I'll just crack in with the Timber Shredder, get him into the graveyard. Sure. I might take a bit on the crackback here, but I'm basically killing his entire board after this. And I have a 5/5. You might not want to attack into that. Normally I'd be playing the creature game here, just slamming my stuff onto the board, but with Descend Upon the Sinful in my hand, I really don't have to play that way. He's trying really hard not to get his creatures killed. Do I think he has a counter spell? I don't know. He's playing black-blue, so he might be running a counter spell just, you know, for a really grindy game. I can't just... You know what? I'm going to swing in here. No. He's just going to chump block. I'm not going to give him that opportunity, because then he'll have something in the graveyard. Yeah, I figured he'd do that. And he can Reckless Scholar before it dies. Unfortunately, that means that I don't get to actually, you know, I mean, he still basically has a fistful of cards here, which is unfortunate, but I did get rid of a ton of his creatures, and he doesn't get to bring back any of those Ghoul Caller's accomplices. Not entirely sure what he has in his hand. Sure. I thought he might have something. That's fine. I basically got another card out of him. So... My Descent Upon the Sinful traded for all those creatures and his bounce spell. So I think that's good. I have 8 men on the board. If I equip this thing, I'm not going to have the mana to equip my missionaries at the end of turn if I want to. Yeah, I think equipping it now is fine. So, I mean, if he had something bigger, he would have played it. It's not a big deal. Sure. let's make it so you can't block this guy. And I'll throw that on you since you're untapped. Yeah, that descend just totally wrecked him. He couldn't come back from that. He has some madness stuff going on, so I have to keep an eye out for that. I don't really have anything I can board into, so I just kind of have to hope my current deck is good enough. Maybe Ethereal Guidance might be nice. Maybe. I think I want to run it back as is and see how it shakes out. If it goes to game 3, I might sideboard something out for Ethereal Guidance just to punch through his wall of weenie defenders. See what happens. I think this is good. 2, 3, combat trick. Yeah. Let's give it a shot. He has a lot of defensive speed, though. I really don't like him going first. Cool. That's my second Plains, which means I can play Reaper when I get my 5th land. I don't have to worry about that double white. Aw. You don't want to let my guy flip? Yeah, there's no way in hell he's blocking that. Well, looks like I'm not going to have a 4-drop, but I can hold up Survive the Night. Sure. Let's see what he wants to do here before I play anything. He's going to try to kill the 4-2, right? Perfect. If he blocks a Harvest Hand, I'll just totally let him block it. Perfect. I mean, he basically got a free block out of that. So that kind of sucks, but I got to eat his guy for free, so because I get I get to pop my clue when I'm low on cards. I'll probably play the Reaper on my next turn. Just there's no reason for me to throw down the Cathar and leave 2 mana open for a clue. I'd rather start cracking in the air. Got to assassinate for me? Another twins. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. Unfortunately. I don't have another combat trick for this one. You got me finally. Congrats. Well, whatever. If I can get my Delirium online, I will totally use my Reaper to just eat the Harvest Hand and then flip it and equip it to him and crack in for 6. That would just be a great little finisher. I don't like him having all that mana up. I don't want to swing in with my Reaper until I have Delirium where that thing's tapped. I could really use some more of my tricks right about now. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's get this shard online. He's gonna block this with the twins, and that's fine. I just want to try to get to Delirium here, like, quickly. Let's see. If I put my Scythe on my Dauntless Cathar and the Shard of Broken Glass, I can... Actually, I should have just put the Shard on the Cathar so I didn't have to waste the mana next turn. But if I do that, I can just swing in. Because, I mean, he has to double block, right? I mean, he can, like, block with twins and something else. Okay, that puts me at Delirium. Good. But that means he has to give up his highest toughness creature. Another... Wow, that's his third twins, isn't it? Sure. Let's get this land out. Drop my last creature and get my little token. And I can crack my clue next turn. And with Delirium online... Oh, that's unfortunate. He's gonna pop my Reaper. my spirit is going to get big. Choose one. I mean, he can basically block the spirit with the Niblis, and that's fine. I'm trading a spirit token for his creature. But I would kind of rather... actually have the creature. I'm going to have a hard time getting through that corpse trawler. Yeah, sure. Let's draw a card first and see. Yeah. I think I'm going to put the scythe on the inspector. That scholar is just doing a lot of work for him. Sure. Let's see. How do I want to... If I put both equipment on the dire swine, it can crack in for 8 trample. He blocks with the twins. No, I don't know what he's going to block. I don't know what he'd block with, because he can activate the corpse trawler. Oh, that's going to hurt. I wish I still had my spirit token. So I can play that for... You know what, let's crack my clue first, see what I get. Strength of arms, that's good. I'm going to swap this over to my logger. See how he blocks. Because he has to double block here. And of course, he has the mana to pitch to that. Yeah, let's move this equipment back around. I'm not too worried about taking the damage from the Niblis. I mean, I'm at 18, but that Elusive Tormentor is going to really rack up some damage quickly. And he's just getting a lot of extra value out of that Reckless Scholar. Descend would be a super great draw here. Why is he... He has something. I just don't know what it is. I feel like there's something that he could have if I block where he kills my creature, but I just can't think of what it could be. I know that Silver Strike requires your opponent to attack, and I haven't seen him play any white cards. I'm going to block with these two because I have a feeling that he wants me to block with that Dire Swine. Sure. Whatever. It's really weird seeing a black-blue Madness deck. And it's all because of that Reckless Scholar. I really need to kill that thing. I just don't have any way to take care of it. Well, let's do this, I guess. I don't want to swing in with that Dire Swine because it's basically the only thing holding back the majority of his board. Because I'm going to crack in, and then I'm going to get, what, 1 damage on his face. Put him down to 12, and then I have no board. And I'm top decking, so... At this point, I pretty much need to send just to come back from this, because I can't do anything with the current board state. Abyssinian Missionaries wouldn't be a bad pool here. He always has that 3 mana left open. I just can't do anything like that. Does it get hexproof? Yes, it does get hexproof. Shoot. But if I kill this thing, yeah, I know, I can't actually attack, but I needed to get rid of that thing, so like my Bound by Moonsilver, when did oh, I milled it. That's what it was. I milled my Bound by Moonsilver. I'm not sure I have much in the way of answers left in this deck. And without another creature, I'm just going to be dead to the crackback if I swing in. Well, that's just not nice. Yeah, I'm just dead on board. Doesn't matter. Okay. I really need to find a way to get around all those friggin' blockers. It was that Death Touch that was doing it. Do I need more creatures? It was also that that triple Twins of Marauder estate. That was just really, really mean. It was. I think I'm going to bring in the Ethereal Guidance here. I think I'm going to need it for the punch through. And Strength of Arms just isn't doing a whole lot against all those 5 toughness creatures. Maybe I bring in Crawling Sensation. I mean, he's basically a long game deck. So Crawling Sensation and Epitaph Golem would, give me an edge in that matchup. But if I don't end up drawing both of them, or if I accidentally mill my Epitaph Golem, I have basically killed myself. I think punching through is going to be my best chance here, so that's what I'm going to go for. I like having Descend in my opening hand. This is very, very slow, but he doesn't tend to have very quick starts, so I think I'm going to keep it. I just hope that I draw into some of my 2 and 3 drops. 4 drop isn't great here, but okay. Oh, 3 drop will work. Let's see. Do I want the Inspiring Captain or the Geist on the field next turn? It'll probably end up being the Geist, but it'll depend on what he drops here. You would have been great like 3 turns ago, dude. So yeah, he's just super slow here. Gonna fetch your planes, yeah. I wonder what he's splashing for. I mean, it has to be like a piece of removal or something, right? I think I crack in with the Harvest Hand here, let him block it, so I can just get my my Scythe. Then I play out the Cathar and the Inspector. I don't really like not actually trading my Harvest Hand for anything, but I think that that the weapon is kind of important here. Come on, no assassinate. Okay, that's fine. Let's run you out. If he wants to double block the Inspector, I'm fine with that. Sure. Let's see. I can equip the scythe to the Dauntless Cathar, and that'll let me swing in past his explorers. Then I can throw down the vessel. Or should I just... Okay. Or should I just activate my Cathar? Let's get up in there. Sure. I think I'm going to kill the Scarecrow because this way he'll have one less 4 toughness blocker. And let's see. If I get another mana next turn, it's not really going to do me any good, is it? I think I'm just going to activate my Cathar. This way I can swing in for 3 next turn. If I get another mana next turn, I can move around the scythe and I can play my vessel at the same time. Yeah, okay. It's fine with me. This should just be game here. Because, yeah, I just have too many flyers for him to deal with. And I'll pop this clue with my last 2 mana. Well, let's swing in and see what happens. Sure. Um, 7 mana in play. I don't really want to play the Reaper right now, or do I? No, I think it's better to pop the vessel, because that way I just have 3 1/1s, and I only need to do 1 point of damage. So he basically needs a board wipe, an instant speed board wipe, which means Biting Rain. Which would mean he would basically need to Sinister Concoction. He would need to swamp Sinister Concoction, pop Sinister Concoction to Biting Rain. Because from what I've seen from his deck, there's no other Yeah, he's digging for an answer. From what I've seen from his deck, there's no other line of play that would get him out of this. Well, I guess that... Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. He can pitch a card to Elusive Tormentor. He just needs Biting Rain. So let's crack in here. Yeah, that's it. All right, that that got a little rough in game 2. All of his looting just really took the game home for him, but with slow start but an aggressive game plan for game 3, it was a pretty easy take. We'll be back for round 3.